I've not yet reinstated my water butt here on this part of my greenhouse. There's obviously a gutter in there. There's no pipe down because there's no water butt. However, we had a little bit of rain yesterday, so I popped this bucket just below in the hope it caught the water. Also below that, there's a tray on the floor. So between them, we got some water. And the little bit of rain we had yesterday was a bucket full and a quarter of rain. This went straight into my water butts, which also collected water. So it's happening. We have rainwater on the allotment. Isn't that just magnificent? About time too. So the plants, for some reason, rainwater is magical. It really gives them a boost. Even if you take rainwater out of your water butts, sometimes they don't seem to, well, they like it, but they don't seem to respond. Rainwater, however, straight from the skies, it seems to do something strange to plants. Maybe it's because the water in the butts has gone slightly stale. You never know. It's fresh, beautiful, sweet rainwater. They absolutely love it and they respond. And I swear that some of these sunflowers here down by my feet have shot up by at least 5 or 6 inches just because of the real rainwater. Can't prove it, but I think that's what happens. Isn't water magical? Well, I thought I'd take the side off my frame here, my lovely container raised bed, and I just put seeds in. And well, the plants actually, they're grown from seed, obviously. We've got onions in there, we've got carrots, and we've got rocket. And what's beautiful about it is they talk a lot about rewilding and letting areas of, growing area just go wild, just allow it to develop and, well, go back to nature really, so that we don't cut everything back. You let your lawns rewild, have flowers in your lawns rather than have pristine cut grass. And so lots of wildflowers to encourage, of course, all the beneficial insects and creatures and wasps and bees into your garden, so you get rid of all the pests that you don't want. And so in here, I've sort of left it to nature, left it to do what it wants. They can grow big, they can do what they like. But what I love is that this rocket here, these beautiful, delicate, well, creamy yellow flowers, these are fully edible. They're slightly going off now, but we've got some younger ones down the bottom. I'll take a close-up picture of this. And so the leaves are edible and the flowers are edible too. But doesn't it look beautiful? That nature and the flowers are delicate. As I say, it's just amazing. I've never let lettuce rocket. This is down here as well as another example. This is my big box of mixed lettuce, and well, again, we've got lots of different lettuces in here, and they're all now starting to produce flowers. There's various ones in here. I think we've got some rocket in here too, and we've got some mustard seeds, and we've got all sorts of different ones, beetroot tops, all those little ones, but they're all going to go to flower because I'm going to let them. This is, by the way, if you want to know, called bolting, or which means that because we've had such hot weather and sometimes these have dried out, they're shooting up for the light. They're shooting to find, because they're a bit worried that they're not going to survive, and so they shoot up. It's called bolting. They're not small, they're not, they're quite huge, in fact. But what I love about it is, again, it's the flowers. These are edible flowers too, so you could eat any of these flowers. And round the back here, we've got actually the lettuce that's actually quite small and retaining. And this you can pick, you can eat. We could eat all of these, even if they're bolted, you can still eat them. Isn't it magnificent? Wonderful, wonderful Mother Nature yet again, giving us some beautiful, delicate flowers. These, of course, do attract the bees, the pollinators, of which we want in the allotment, and we want in any growing area, actually, on balcony, even window boxes outside. Anywhere you've got flowers that will attract beneficial insects. It's fantastic, actually, absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure whether my onions are doing very well. They've got massive stems on them, but they're in there having a good time. Whatever we get off them, whatever we get, Does it matter? It would be nice to think we're going to get some really big, juicy onions, but by the looks of this, I don't think we are. But again, that to me is magnificent. Sat once again next to my pea trellis here, and well, the flowers were on my last video, I think, or the one prior, so maybe about a week ago perhaps. They were just flowers, and I've just had a look now and we have some pea pods. How exciting is that? My first veg here on the allotment that will soon be able to be picked. That's just, I love it, absolutely love it. Now let's have some photographs. Here's a tiny little pea pod and it's coming along nicely, and then we move on to the more larger pea pods, and it's just wonderful to see. And they say about peas, they're not worth growing because you can buy them so cheaply. But do you know what? To me, a packet of seeds, a couple of pound, and well, look at what we have from it. And I still have lots of peas left. I mean, you buy a bag of peas and you get loads of peas. But the beauty of this, and again, the flowers and the anticipation, it makes it all worthwhile. These are just grown in tubs, in troughs, with a water reservoir at the bottom. And the bees are flying around, they're here pollinating, which is brilliant stuff. And there's one pottering around. But when you pick the first one, when you open that pod, when you smell the fresh peas, there's nothing like it in the world. It's like when you pick your first strawberry or your sweet corn, or dig your potatoes up, eat your lettuce. There's a flavour here, because luckily I'm an organic gardener, so there's no chemicals here. I don't use any chemicals. Everything, a lot of the extra stuff I put on, so I do feed the plants. A lot of that has seaweed extract, all those really good nutritional benefits that you get from a variety of organic methods. It is difficult at times because, of course, as you know, we have problems with slugs, and that's a constant battle. And actually, having rain now at the moment, I will have to be even more vigilant when I come down at night. I tend to now come down between 11 and 1 o'clock in the morning, depending on what I've been doing in the daytime and what time I've got. When it's really dark and it's setting, the nighttime setting, it's gone cold, because that's when the slugs are out most. And there aren't that many, thanks to, of course, the nematodes, my biological warfare against them. But yeah, isn't it brilliant? I can't wait until we open the first pod together. Before I go, let's go to one of our viewers, to Jeffrey Hickling. And Jeffrey, thank you very much for your message. It's wonderful. In fact, I'm going to read it out in entirety. If it looks like I'm reading, I am reading. It's directly below the camera. There's no trickery here. It's a fantastic message. And Jeff says, if you have deep, fertile soil, it's a lifelong battle. And he knows, because he's 82 years old. Or should we say 82 years young, if you're still gardening, Jeffrey. Fantastic. And you say your garden lies at the bottom of the valley, and it's where sand's been extracted for years and years and years, nearby anyway. And it says chemicals can't penetrate, can't get down to the roots of the stolons. I presume we're talking here about bindweed or even mare's tail. And it says the light brown, obviously the flowering leaf stems are white, so I think it is bindweed. And it says in the past he's dug down more than 2 feet and removed the bindweed and the mare's tail roots. But as we say, Jeff, you're absolutely right. One little fragment remains in the soil. So you have to be really clinical, you have to really get down there. It says, and obviously if it breaks down there, it sends more shoots out. And it says he's tried several chemicals over the years in his non-vegetable garden without success. But he does garden, he says at the end of his message, organically for his food crops. Jeffrey, thank you very much. It's a lovely message, and still gardening at 82. Oh, it gives us all hope, Jeffrey. Thank you very much. Yeah, like you say, it's a constant battle. As I've just shown near my strawberries, they're forever popping up on that bank. We've stopped them now, I think, on either side. But everyone I see, I top now, rather than dig down, because I've said before, it will wear them out. They'll stop sending shoots. They'll go and try and find somewhere else. Yeah, but brilliant. Thanks for that, Jeffrey, and thanks for all your messages. It's really, really brilliant. Well, I think it's warming up here in Yorkshire today. We know next week is going to be rain, rain, rain. Up to 40–50% chance of rain here in Yorkshire. We need it. We know here in the UK anyway, for some of the schools, it's half-term week, and it always happens. So to all the teachers out there, to all the students, the pupils, mums, dads, aunts, uncles, everybody out there who has a holiday, then put your mac on, get outside and get wet. It's a wonderful feeling, even when you're on holiday. I'll see you next time here on Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra for now.